Bachelor of Environment and Sustainability, Bachelor of Special Education, Bachelor of Technology, Master of Arts, Master of Science in Boreal Ecosystems and Agricultural Sciences, and Master of Technology Management.
Also in this session, an Honorary Doctor of Laws degree will be conferred upon educator and historian Patricia Way. This session of convocation is being presided over by Dr. Susan Knight, Chancellor of Memorial University. The academic procession is led by University Marshal Bert Riggs, along with Marshals Krista Howell, Robert Bailey, and Sonia Corbin-Dwyer. The dignitaries taking part in today's ceremony include Chancellor Dr. Susan Dyer Knight. On the Chancellor's right, Chair of Board of Regents Kathy Duke, Cabinet Minister Jerry Byrne, Halapoot Chief Brandon Mitchell, Corner Brook Mayor Jim Parson. On the Chancellor's left, President Vianne Timmons, Vice President and Provost Margaret Steele, Grenfell Vice President Ian Sutherland. The music for convocation is provided by the School of Music Jazz Ensemble and by soloist Emma McEachran.
The mace, a symbol of the authority vested in the university, is carried by Jennifer Watton, Office of Human Resources. Convocation will be officially open when the mace is placed on the table in front of the Chancellor.
We welcome you all to Grenfell Campus Memorial University. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather is in traditional Mi'kmaq territory, and we acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of this province. And we are delighted to be back in Corner Brook after too long an absence. Would you please be seated? I'd now like to call upon our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vianne Timmons, to address convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor. Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Regents, Honourable Minister, Your Worship, Honourable Chief, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Senate and faculty, you, our graduates, distinguished guests, family, and friends. I am also thrilled to be here at my very first Grenfell graduation. Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Congratulations. Now you're going to be hearing that word a lot today, but relish it, enjoy it, you own it. Welcome also to all your family and friends who are here to celebrate your success with us. Maybe we can give them all a big hand. I am so pleased today also to welcome a very special guest to today's celebration, Patty Way, who will be receiving an honorary doctorate. Ms. Way is a teacher by trade and a proud Memorial University graduate, but she is best known across Labrador and beyond as a story collector. Since her teenage years, she has painstakingly researched the history of the Labrador Inuit families and developed research-supported family trees for all Labrador families. Growing up in Labrador, to me, it's a very special honor to be welcoming the soon-to-be Dr. Way into our Memorial family. She's committed to collecting, telling, and honoring the history of a largely untold story. It is a commitment rooted in the recognition of the true history of Labrador is a history of its kinships. For a lifetime dedicated to unraveling and honoring the stories of Labrador's peoples, Ms. Way will receive a Doctor of Law degree today, and we are thrilled. So graduates, you know it's been a quiet couple of years, so today I want you to hoot and holler. I want you to make noise. Guests, I want you to make noise for this graduates. Laughter, cheers, and clapping. Let's have fun. This is a celebration. Because things are starting to feel a little different this spring, fingers crossed that will continue. And you know what that feeling is? I feel it. It's hope. We are seeing a light at the end of the long COVID tunnel, or as we say in Labrador, the COVID tunnel. In every cloud, there's a silver lining, and if we can just see it, recognize it, and begin to nurture and strengthen it, then we will have a lot to look forward to. Every year, winter gives way to spring, and we welcome tulips, daffodils, lupins, and lilacs. In March, Iranians celebrate their new year. They close the door on one chapter of their lives and turn the page to the next with excitement. The Inuit and Nunavut celebrate the Tunic Time Festival, a 2-week celebration that marks the return of the sun to the snow-covered north. And May Day, the ancient festival of spring, is celebrated by cultures around the world. Why? Because the hope of being able to start new and better is a universal hope. And convocation is the start of something new for each of you. You faced what is arguably the greatest societal upheaval of our generation. In the middle of your programs, we sent you home. We told you you have to learn remotely. And I know that many of you found it hard, as did many of our faculty and staff. But what did you do? You persevered. You knew how important it is to finish your degrees, to keep moving on your educational path, to start jobs, or maybe even move to different programs. This kind of adaptability and commitment is good news for the rest of us. It means you, the generation coming up behind us, you, the leaders of tomorrow, are ready to face whatever life throws at you. You will use your skills, your training, your education to help our communities and build better futures. And that is why our new strategic plan, Transforming Our Horizons, is all about this. It recognizes that the actions we take today are the catalysts for transforming tomorrow. So it's time to paraphrase our university motto, to launch you forth into that world. Convocation is one of the most important things we do as a university, admitting you to your degrees, elevating you from student to graduate. How do you feel about that? You're going to be, after today, no longer students. Pretty good, eh? It's one of my favorite things to do as a president. Before you cross the stage to receive your degrees, I'd just like to take an opportunity to say a few words to each group of the graduating class. First, For those who have earned a master's degree, please stand or raise your hand if you're unable to. Could you please stand? Graduate students. In the back there. Through your original passive study, you pursued new avenues of thought and gained diverse new perspectives on the world. These perspectives will serve our communities well, because in the coming years, you will use your wisdom to accomplish wonderful things and make such a positive impact on others. Thank you for choosing Grenfell Campus of Memorial University of Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you, graduates. Let's give them a hand. Will the graduates from the Western Regional School of Nursing please stand, or otherwise acknowledge if you're unable to by raising your hand. As highly trained health professionals and a source of comfort for those who are in need, you have a tremendous impact on the lives of countless people. When you're a nurse, you know that every day you will touch a life, or a life will touch you. As a nurse, you'll be so privileged to touch the tiniest of hands as you bring a new life into this world. And your touch will also comfort those taking their last breath. There's no more privilege than that. No matter where your career might take you, I hope that the foundation, the value, the principles, and the professional standards that have guided you through your education at Memorial will serve you well. Thank you for choosing nursing as your profession, and thank you for choosing Grenfell as your school. Thank you. For those graduating with a degree in environmental science or environmental and sustainability, please stand or raise your hand. That's what I like to hear. Lots of cheers. You know, your professors have worked to inspire you in the same wonder of science, policy, math, and the natural and physical environments that motivates them. Your work may have brought you into many places: forests, labs, agricultural settings, urban landscapes, city boardrooms. And we are confident that this diverse learning you have experienced has prepared you for a promising future. Your passion, your skills are more relevant now than ever before, as you, a scientist, you, policymakers, set out to make your mark on the world. You will change our world and make it better. Thank you for choosing Grenfell School as your campus. Thank you. Will those receiving an arts degree please stand? Like I did many years ago, I'm not going to tell you how many, but many years ago, I graduated with an arts degree. As graduates, you are uniquely able to analyze what is going on in the world and to create a different future. This degree has given you a strong foundation of knowledge, along with critical thinking, research, analytical, and communication skills needed to succeed and adapt in a dynamic and rapidly evolving world. Your degree is also a foundation for many, many other career options: journalism, teaching, like I did. So you have the world ahead of you. You have such an amazing foundation. Thank you for choosing a program that fosters our understanding of the past, the present, and the future. Thank you for choosing Memorial University as your university. Will those receiving a science degree please stand? You are joining a worldwide fellowship of over 17,500 Memorial Science alumni, seasoned explorers and problem solvers. Our graduates are world leaders, using their passion to convey knowledge and advance their scientific disciplines. Now more than ever, we face many challenges, such as preserving our environment and feeding the world. Thank you for not being afraid to explore new avenues of discovery that will change the world. You are our explorers, you are our discoverers, you are our problem solvers, and we so desperately need you. Thank you for choosing Grenfell School as your school at Memorial University of Newfoundland and Labrador. Will those receiving a business degree please stand? You are a diverse group of graduates, and I hope in the coming years you will all be united by one thing: your desire to be not just business leaders, but community leaders who play a role in addressing issues like gender equity, like inclusion, diversity, like environmental sustainability in our workplace. We need future business leaders who value their communities and show compassion for those around them. You are those leaders. So use what you've learned to transform our society for the better. You can do it. Thank you for exploring and preparing to face today's challenging economic and social issues with humility, compassion, and passion. Thank you for choosing a business degree here at Grenfell campus. Thank you. For those receiving a fine arts degree, please stand. This graduation is just the start for you. The opportunity to hone your craft in galleries, stages, and online forums lies ahead. You will continue to make us laugh and to make us cry, to inspire us and to move us, and to give us reasons to ponder. Over the past few years, you've grown as artists, and you will continue to cultivate expression, communication, and creativity. This province's artistic identity is well known, and we know that you, no matter where your life takes you, will continue to bring us together, challenge our opinions, and express what we cannot articulate through art. Thank you for making us question. Thank you for showing us how valuable creativity is. Graduates, you came to Grenfell campus not knowing what the future would hold, and now you know. We look forward to seeing how you can change the world. Thank you, fine arts students. Graduates, you had a goal, and maybe one that changed along the way, but that's what life is all about. Exploring the endless possibilities and knowing it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to choose a different path. It's okay to stay on the same path. Life has endless possibilities for you. Albert Einstein once said, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow." The important thing is not to stop questioning. So remember to hope, because we have so much hope in you. We have so much faith in you as our future leaders. We need you because you are going to change our world for the better. And we are all in this room so excited to watch you, to walk along the path with you, and to hope with you. So keep curious, keep asking, and keep hoping. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Timmons. I would like to call now on our Vice President General at Grenfell Campus, Dr. Ian Sutherland, to address convocation.
Just a sip of water before I start. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good morning, everybody. It's okay. Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Regents, Honorable Minister, President, Your worship, Mayor Parsons is here, of course. Want to recognize you as well as Chief Mitchell. Great to have you here. Thank you very much for being here. To all of our faculty and distinguished guests, it's a pleasure to have you here. Jalasi, welcome to this convocation ceremony. And the biggest welcome, of course, goes to our graduating class. Graduates, welcome. We are so thrilled you are here. We are thrilled to be here in 3 dimensions. Congratulations. Now, Dr. Timmons said you're going to hear that word a lot today. And you certainly will, and it's rightly deserved. But I want to add 2 other words to that. I want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Grenfell in the first place, and thank you for all of your commitment, your dedication, your tenacity, and your ability to pivot once in a while to get you here today. And as I say thank you to all of you, I would like to join all of our voices here together today to say thank you to all of the faculty and staff of Grenfell and right across Memorial University that have worked tirelessly over these last couple of years. So can I hear one more uproarious round of applause of congratulations and thanks? Now, graduates, I stand before you in a rather precarious situation, because I am the last barrier, or one of the last barriers, one of the last hurdles, one of the last things that you're going to have to endure before you get your degrees. And I suppose it's expected that I'll say something smart or intelligent or inspiring, but the truth of the matter is, you are our inspiration. You are why our hearts are filled with joy here today. And in speaking to you this morning and in celebrating that and also sending you off into the next chapters of your lives, there were 5 words I wanted to share with you. And there were 5 words that were spoken to me the last time I did what you're going to do today, which is to walk across the stage and have your degrees conferred upon you by the Chancellor. And on that day at a different university, I came up to the stage, a stage very much like this one, and I was deeply focused on 2 things: not tripping on my robe, and not losing my hat. And as I walked across that stage, a wonderful Chancellor, Chancellor Floella Benjamin, almost as wonderful as our Chancellor, Dr. Susan Dyer Knight, was waiting for me, and of course she put out her hand and she said, "Congratulations." And then she said something that took me off guard, kind of surprised me. She said, "Would you do me a favor?" Of course I said yes. What else was one going to say? And then she said these 5 words, and these are the 5 words I want to impart to you. Help craft a better future. Help craft a better future. And those words have kind of rattled around in my mind ever since. I thought they were poignantly put together to express that sentiment about making the world a better place. So what do we mean by a better future? It's the words that we read in Memorial's strategic plan: creating an ever more socially resilient, culturally vibrant, economically prosperous, healthy, sustainable, and inclusive province, country, and world. But how do we do that? We do it through the first 2 words, help and craft. Help means togetherness in community. Community is something we know so very well here at Grenfell campus. And it's about craft. What does craft mean? It's all the stuff that you've learned and developed over these last years. It's skill, dexterity, the combination of art and science and talent. And it's all of that put together to build, to make, to do. Now, those words spoken to me by Chancellor Benjamin some years ago, I actually need to edit. I need to ask you not to help craft a better future, but to continue to help craft a better future, because you're already doing it. Your presence here today proves that. And it's also found in the stories of each and every one of you, and I wanted to share just a few stories from our graduating class. From the nursing program, Haejin Mung and Jenna Skinner, I believe you're here. If you're here, give us a wave. There you are, Haejin. Good to see you, Jenna. COVID heroes, like all of your class, working in vaccination clinics and testing clinics. And Haejin, you came originally from China. I think you did a Bachelor of Science degree first and then went on to nursing. And now you're off to Labrador to work as a nurse at Labrador Grenfell Health. And Jenna, originally from Port aux Basques, you've already won Western Health's Guardian Angel Award. So I want to say thank you for the craft that you're already doing and all that you will do in the future. And it's also the work of fine arts graduates like Gayatri, Morgan. Gaia, I saw you stand up earlier. Gaia was one of the first students I had a good chat with during orientation last year. Gaia is a visual artist graduating with visual arts BFA degree today, and you can see Gaia's craft along with all of the BFA graduates' craft, the visual arts graduates, on display at the Visual Arts Gallery here at Grenfell Campus. And I invite all of you to take a moment to go visit that. But Gaia's been busy not just at her artistic craft, but as a board of directors member for Eastern Edge Gallery and for Vanel Carfac, the Visual Arts NL Association of Newfoundland and Labrador, and as a lead volunteer for CB Nui right here, Phenomenal Arts Festival in Corner Brook. So Gaia, thank you for all of your craft and all that you will do and all that your graduates and colleagues will do in the future. It's also the work of science graduates like Bilal Javed, who's graduating with a Master of Science degree. Bilal, you're probably there in the back somewhere. And Bilal has been in the Boreal Ecosystems and Agricultural Sciences program, working on a very cool research project looking at how do you transform waste, for example, the stuff that comes out of the pulp and paper mill, sludge, and turn that into material that enriches our soil so that we can grow better products, better fruits, better vegetables, for ourselves and for the world. And that is truly beautiful craft. And lastly, I wanted to tell a little bit of the story of one of our BA graduates, Hannah Jenkins, who I think is sitting directly in front of me. Hi, Hannah. Hannah just published her first solo debut book of poetry, The Birds Come Back in the Spring. Hannah, thank you for all you're doing, the literary waves you're already making, and the craft that you're going to bring, and all that you speak to us through your poetry and your work. Thank you very much, and congratulations on the book. Everybody go out and buy the book. So congratulations to those stories, and I could tell a story for every single one of you, except we'd be here until tomorrow sometime. But I hope those stories give a sense to all of you and to all of you, the supporters, and everybody sitting behind me, of all the incredible work and how beautiful our future is going to be because of all that you have accomplished and achieved already. I'm now coming to the end of the speech, so the last hurdle barrier is almost over. The very last thing I want to say to you is that you are part of a very incredible family. The Grenfell Campus family, the Memorial University family. And as you become alumni of the university, you are still part of that family. You will always have a home right here at Grenfell Campus, so don't be a stranger. One last round of applause for our graduates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. Well, now it has come to the time for you to get your degrees after this long road of, well, I'm sure a lot of fun along the way, but a lot of, yes, I hope so, and purposefulness and surprises and disappointments, which of course disappointments are in a way more important than easily won things. That's where we really learn. So in the conferring of your degrees, it's a little bit different than we usually do it. You already have your degree, you're hooded already. It looks fabulous, by the way. That's usually done right here. And again, just with COVID caution, we are having, well, you each get to come across the stage like we always do. And I want you to just, not a very long time, 10 seconds, something like that, but to really notice everything you're feeling and everything that's happening, because that moment is yours for as long as you're living. And because of technology, you'll be able to show your graduates, your grandchildren, your graduation day. And so just savor that time and It's very easy to rush. Don't do that. I'm going to share something with you briefly now. You can see I'm not wearing the mask up here at the moment. But when I come forward to greet each one of you, I will be wearing the mask. I've thought deep and hard about this, and so that's why I thought I would just let you know why. Because I share a life with a dear person who has a serious chronic lung disease. And so you can see that we are ultra careful. And this, he did not ask me to do this, but I have decided that I will mask. We aren't shaking hands today, but there are other ways to communicate. So my mask only comes up to here. So I will talk to you through my eyes and receive your messages through eyes as well. And my message to you will be really, Dr. Timmons and Dr. Sutherland have said these things as well. My message will be to you, we honor your remarkable accomplishment on achieving this degree, especially in these times. We thank you for choosing Memorial, and you're one of us now, so stay in touch. We may not know each one of you, but we believe in you, and we are very proud of you. And lead your life with purpose, and that will generate the hope that you all carry into the world. So now I'm going to do this, which I hope it isn't very long. We don't have to do this anymore. And you may begin your procession. And when every person comes across the stage, every person acknowledged with your applause.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of the University, I present to you the candidates for the undergraduate degrees approved for this session of convocation. I have certified to the Senate that these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements pertaining to the degrees. I therefore request that you admit them thereto.
On the authority of the Senate, I will now admit the candidates to the degrees and confer upon them all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges which belong thereto. I call upon them on the hearing of their names to bring themselves before me in the hood appropriate to the degree.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors, Brianne Bishop.
Brianne Vanessa Bishop is from Humber Village.
Ashmita Devaraj.
Ashmita Devaraj is from Chennai, India.
Marissa Kaylee Pearl Taylor.
Marissa Kaylee Pearl Taylor is from Kippens.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Cindy Robin Bond.
Cindy Robin Bond is from Burnt Islands.
Megan Renee Drover.
Megan Renee Drover is from Grand Falls, Windsor.
Ashley Sabrina Edison.
Ashley Sabrina Edison is from Pasadena.
Dylan Robert Farrell.
Dylan Robert Farrell is from Isle of Mort.
Michaela Jessie Foster.
Michaela Jessie Foster is from Pasadena.
Davis Catherine Fowler, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in English.
Davis Catherine Fowler is from Stephenville.
Bailey Arthur Thomas Goody Harkins.
Bailey Arthur Thomas Goody Harkins is from Corner Brook.
Olivia Angela Hewlin.
Olivia Angela Hewlin is from Corner Brook.
Hannah Deshawn Jenkins.
Hannah Deshawn Jenkins is from Hanses Harbor.
Rebecca Rosita Letemplier.
Rebecca Rosita Letemplier is from Blanc-Sablon, Quebec.
Chantel Shauna Leet.
Chantel Shauna Leet is from Rogers Cove.
Angie Bonnie Bernice Matthews.
Angie Bonnie Bernice Matthews is from Springdale.
Victoria Marjorie Morey.
Victoria Marjorie Morey is from Southbrook.
Adriana Melanie Park.
Adriana Melanie Park is from York Harbor.
Haley Maureen Pilgrim.
Haley Maureen Pilgrim is from Wabash.
Bradley Walter Power.
Bradley Walter Power is from Corner Brook.
Jasmine Elizabeth Power.
Jasmine Elizabeth Power is from Gander Bay South.
Rebecca Dion Stevenson.
Rebecca Dion Stevenson is from Kings Point.
Jesse Uden.
Jessie Virginia Uden is from Lark Harbor.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Honors. Chloe Laura House.
Chloe Laura House is from Port Saunders.
Maxwell Jamie Derek Locke.
Maxwell Jamie Derek Locke is from Springdale.
Sydney Olivia Charity Loader.
Sydney Olivia Charity Loader is from Irishtown, Summerside.
Mackenzie Mary Osmond.
Mackenzie Mary Osmond is from Norris Arm.
Dristi Bipin Patel, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Psychology.
Drishti Bipin Patel is from Vadodara, India.
Cody Winston Penny, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Environmental Science.
Cody Winston Penny is from Coachman's Cove.
Nouveau en Femme.
Nouveau en Femme is from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam.
Shelby Lorraine Rolfe.
Shelby Lorraine Rolfe is from Springdale.
Samantha Mary Stuckless.
Samantha Mary Stuckless is from Bay Vert.
Emily Ann White.
Emily Ann White is from Stephenville.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Cordell James Arnold.
Cordell James Arnold is from Grand Falls, Windsor.
Chloe Naomi Diamond.
Chloe Naomi Diamond is from Nameless Cove.
Christopher Alexander Dobbin.
Christopher Alexander Dobbin is from Corner Brook.
Summer Leanne Green.
Summer Leanne Green is from Massey Drive.
Riley Shannon Jacobs.
Riley Shannon Jacobs is from Hampton.
Elena Party.
Elena Jasmine Party is from Ming's Bite.
Caitlin Hannah Parsons.
Caitlin Hannah Parsons is from Parsons Pond.
Sarah Parsons.
Sarah Parsons is from Kippens.
Joshua David Ripley.
Joshua David Ripley is from Salem, Nova Scotia.
Abigail Krista Rousel, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Computational Mathematics.
Abigail Krista Rousel is from Springdale.
Alyssa Caroline Snellum Butt.
Alyssa Caroline Snellum Butt is from Corner Brook.
Patrick Wilson Taylor.
Patrick Wilson Taylor is from Jackson's Arm.
Jessica Marie Turner.
Jessica Marie Turner is from Windsor, Ontario.
Taylor Lauren Wood.
Taylor Lauren Wood is from Digby, Nova Scotia.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Amber Mary Balsam.
Amber Mary Balsam is from Corner Brook.
Holly Catherine Bartlett, winner of the College of Registered Nurses of Newfoundland and Labrador Award of Excellence.
Holly Catherine Bartlett is from St. Lunaire-Griquet.
Courtney Jenna Bellows.
Courtney Jenna Bellows is from Mount Moriah.
Chloe Blakeburn.
Chloe Blakeburn is from Corner Brook.
Samantha Blanchard.
Samantha Blanchard is from St. George's.
Victoria Lynn Keynes.
Victoria Lynn Keynes is from St. John's.
Cassandra Marie Cave.
Cassandra Marie Cave is from Corner Brook.
Danica Rachel Davis.
Danica Rachel Davis is from Pollard's Point.
Morgan Judith Gamble.
Morgan Judith Gamble is from Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Nikita Holly Has.
Nikita Holly Has is from Brent Cove.
Brittany Cameron Harrett.
Brittany Cameron Harrett is from Rose Blanche.
Emily Tara Shelley Hutchings.
Emily Tara Shelley Hutchings is from Cowhead.
Heather Sarah Janes.
Heather Sarah Janes is from Deer Lake.
Jasmine Haley Jesso.
Jasmine Haley Jesso is from Corner Brook.
Charisma Laney Keeping.
Charisma Laney Keeping is from Burnt Islands.
Danielle Faith Leahy.
Danielle Faith Leahy is from Bishop's Falls.
Edwina Aforiwa Larty.
Edwina Oforiwa Larty is from Corner Brook.
Hannah Nicole Leet.
Hannah Nicole Leet is from Gander Bay.
Cecilia Marie Loader.
Cecilia Marie Loader is from Irishtown, Summerside.
Kyra Taylor Louvel.
Kyra Taylor Louvel is from Labrador City.
Mason Gregory Matthews.
Mason Gregory Matthews is from Corner Brook.
Hejin Meng.
Hejin Meng is from Shenyang, China.
Caitlin Dawn Miller.
Caitlin Dawn Miller is from Crossfield, Alberta.
Bethany Lynn Park.
Bethany Lynn Park is from Irishtown, Summerside.
Simon Blaine Park.
Simon Blaine Park is from Meadows.
Amy Lauren Pollard.
Amy Lauren Pollard is from Northern Arm.
Christina Evelyn Rumbold.
Christina Evelyn Rumbold is from Mary's Harbor.
Caitlin Marie Shepard.
Caitlin Marie Shepard is from Corner Brook.
Kennedy Josephine Shepard.
Kennedy Josephine Shepard is from York Harbor.
Stephanie Amber Shepard.
Stephanie Amber Shepard is from York Harbor.
Sherry Lynn Sibley.
Sherry Lynn Sibley is from Burgeo.
Jenna Skinner.
Jenna Betty Diane Skinner is from Channel, Port aux Basques.
Keisha Ray Skinner.
Keisha Ray Skinner is from Ramia.
Cassandra Harley Spierenberg.
Cassandra Harley Spierenberg is from Port-au-Port.
Erin Galaxy Susanna Tilley.
Erin Galaxy Susanna Tilley
Kelsey
is from Corner Brook.
Heidi Tizard.
Kelsey Heidi Tizard is from Roberts Arm.
Michaela Emily Jessie Tuck.
Michaela Emily Jessie Tuck is from Springdale.
Jamie Robin Walsh.
Jamie Robin Walsh is from Bay Vere.
Thank you. Sarah Diane Ward.
Sarah Diane Ward is from Bishop's Falls.
Heather Catherine White.
Heather Catherine White is from Corner Brook.
Kira Leanne Wise.
Kira Leanne Wise is from Corner Brook.
Heather Megan Wiseman.
Heather Megan Wiseman is from Pasadena.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater. Caitlin Bruce.
Caitlin Elizabeth Marie Bruce is from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.
Brandon Roy Edmund Hillier.
Brandon Hillier is from Pasadena.
Katarina Rose Lane.
Katarina Rose Lane is from Gander.
Kennedy Mary Eileen McGetchie.
Kennedy Mary Eileen McGetchie is from St. John, New Brunswick.
Madison Lees Murphy.
Madison Lees Murphy is from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Visual Arts. Holly Clarice Bennett.
Holly Clarice Bennett is from St. John's.
Madhav Churomani.
Madhav Churomani is from Mauritius.
Megan Nicole Cecilia Ann Cody.
Megan Nicole Cecilia Ann Cody is from Marystown.
Haley Robin Goss.
Haley Robin Goss is from Torbay.
Teal Nicole Leacock, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Visual Arts.
Teal Nicole Leacock is from St. James, Barbados.
Haley Brianna Murphy.
Haley Brianna Murphy is from Corner Brook.
Gayatri Sukantha Murrigan.
Gayatri Sukantha Murrigan is from Chennai, India.
Taylor Michelle Smith.
Taylor Michelle Smith is from Gander.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Honors. Yeah, just, it's okay. Macaulay Bruce Bellows.
Macaulay Bruce Bellows is from Irishtown, Summerside.
Hannah Josephine Bromley, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Business Administration.
Hannah Josephine Bromley is from Goose Cove.
Natasha Ramon Gale.
Natasha Ramon Gale is from Jackson's Arm.
Megan Stephanie Marr.
Megan Stephanie Marr is from Plum Point.
Madison Mariah March.
Madison Mariah March is from Stephenville.
Mukher Remen. and those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Dorcas Abiola Adeshian.
Dorcas Abiola Edician is from Stratford, Ontario.
Patrick John Davis.
Patrick John Davis is from Corner Brook.
Brittany Eddy.
Brittany Sarah Elizabeth Eddy is from Cormac.
Stephanie Nicole Fernandez Enriquez.
Stephanie Nicole Fernandez Enriquez is from Doha, Qatar.
Muhammad Umair Khan.
Mohammed Umair Khan is from Corner Brook.
Brittany Leah Marsden.
Brittany Leah Marsden is from Corner Brook.
Nicholas Christopher Pappas.
Nicholas Christopher Pappas is from Steadybrook.
Angela Suzanne Perry.
Angela Suzanne Perry is from Nippers Harbor.
Jonah Timothy Jamie Rousel.
Jonah Timothy Jamie Rousel is from Corner Brook.
Zachary Corey Lawrence Sullivan.
Zachary Corey Lawrence Sullivan is from South Branch.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Environment and Sustainability, Nicholas Edward Bixby.
Nicholas Edward Bixby is from Springdale.
Shayla Mackenzie Keenan.
Shayla Mackenzie Keenan is from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Carter Bruce Allen Martin.
Carter Bruce Allen Martin is from Corner Brook.
Ryan Stewart Perrier.
Ryan Stewart Perrier is from St. George's.
Kelsey Mary Rolfe.
Kelsey Mary Rolfe is from Springdale.
Erla Kaholamoko Fulton Smith, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Environmental Studies.
Erla Kahola Moka Fulton Smith is from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Cole Talek.
Cole Talek is from Cape St. George.
and those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Special Education, Nancy Annette Bursey.
Nancy Annette Bursey is from Massey Drive.
Jacqueline Josephine Hickey.
Jacqueline Josephine Hickey is from Massey Drive.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Technology, Caitlin Michelle Collier.
Caitlin Michelle Collier is from Deer Lake.
And there will be a slight pause here while we wait for the undergraduate students to come back to their seats before we proceed with the graduate students. Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of the University, I present to you the candidates for the graduate degrees approved for this session of convocation. I have certified to the Senate that they have fulfilled all the requirements pertaining to the degree. I therefore request that you admit them thereto.
On the authority of the Senate, I will now admit the candidates to the degrees and confer upon them all of the rights, responsibilities, and privileges which belong thereto. I call upon them on the hearing of their name to present themselves before me in the hood appropriate to the degree.
For the degree of Master of Arts, Amanda Dansoa Afram.
Amanda Dansoa Afram is from Kwahu, Ghana.
Abdul Rashid Abubakari Atore.
Abdul Rashid Abubakari Aturi is from Whale, Ghana.
Sean Dolter.
Christopher Sean Dolter is from Little Rapids.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation, but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
Stay put for. For the degree of Master of Science in Boreal Ecosystems and Agricultural Sciences, candidate admitted in absentia.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Master of Technology Management, Jamie Corey Brake.
Jamie Corey Brake is from Meadows.
Allison Hackett.
Allison Krista Hackett is from Benoit's Cove.
Stephanie Nicole Ricketts.
Stephanie Nicole Ricketts is from Corner Brook.
And there will be another slight pause here while we wait for all of our graduate students to return to their seats.
home, Susan.
Honored guests, family, friends, and community members, please join me in congratulating Memorial's newest alumni, the graduates of 2022. I would also like to say a special thank you to our wonderful musicians who've been adding so much to our program. We shall now proceed to a very special part of our convocation as we will be conferring the degree honoris causa and class of 2022. I'm really glad that we have an honorary doctorate as part of your ceremony. Not every ceremony has that privilege, but you do.
Chancellor, I call upon Patricia Marie Way.
Chancellor, there are a number of words in English whose expressive power and semantic range have been diminished through popular usage. One word which has suffered this fate is the verb enable, which in recent decades has become an almost exclusively therapeutic term with the pejorative sense of encouraging negative or self-destructive behavior in another. But as the Oxford English Dictionary informs us, the word enable has been in use since the late Middle Ages and has for the vast majority of that time signified something exceedingly positive: to authorize, sanction, empower, to strengthen, make adequate or proficient, to supply with the requisite means or opportunities, to make possible or easy, to give effectiveness to an action. Considering the word in light of its historical usage, I can say with great confidence that today's honorary doctoral candidate, Patricia Way, is a truly great enabler, one who has devoted her career to strengthening and equipping others, providing vital material and intellectual resources, deepening our understanding of familial and cultural histories, and building strong communities in her beloved Labrador. First, as a primary and secondary school teacher in Hopedale, Labrador West, and Cartwright, and later as a principal and educational leader, Patty Way's infectious passion and curiosity have enabled and inspired generations of students, especially through the active sharing of traditional knowledge. Second, as a dedicated community organizer and administrator, she has enabled communities like Cartwright, Black Tickle, and Paradise River to flourish. Through her exemplary service with the Eagle River Development Association, the Southeastern Aurora Development Corporation, the Grenfell Health Board, and the Management Committee of Smart Labrador, she has advanced numerous initiatives in economic development, literacy, infrastructure, vocational training, healthcare delivery, and IT access to benefit residents of the region. But Patty Way has made her signal contribution as Labrador's preeminent genealogist, the keeper of the begats. She's an exceptional community-based researcher who has made seminal contributions to the history of southern, central, and northern Labrador by establishing and publishing comprehensive family trees. Patty Way was doing community-based research long before it became cool, or Gucci, as the kids like to say these days. Long before the advent of genealogy-themed shows like Who Do You Think You Are?, The Genetic Detective, and the slightly creepy Ancestors in the Attic. She began this work as a young teacher on the Labrador coast, capturing and preserving the stories of local families and tracing genealogical ties for the sheer joy of helping families to preserve their own oral histories, to know more fully where they came from, and to be proud of their roots. In particular, she has enabled Indigenous Labradorians to recover vital aspects of culture and identity. Later in her career, she served as a collaborator with Memorial's Department of Anthropology and a team member on the Community University Research Alliance's project, Understanding the Past to Build the Future, as well as the Tradition and Transition Research Partnership. And she has for some time been the star attraction at the Nunatsiavut Heritage Forum, bringing to this event what one of her nominators calls Patty Way's Genealogical Roadshow. Patty is widely admired as a scholar, rigorous, thorough, and tenacious in her pursuit of genealogical data. Her research projects have taken her to archives across Canada, where she has diligently pored over archival records, newspaper clippings, family Bibles, inscriptions on old photographs, and a host of other sources, retrieving and collating thousands of strands of information. An accomplished social historian, she has published studies of the early settler William Phippard and the impact of the 1918 Spanish flu on the Inuit population of Okak. But she is even more renowned as a story keeper and storyteller extraordinaire. The heart of her genealogical work is conversation with Labrador families. Patty has spent countless hours at kitchen tables consuming gallons of sugary tea as she listens to and transcribes family stories. And she has in turn mesmerized audiences with her own richly embroidered, interlocking narratives of descent and kinship. In her own words, she is inspired by the excitement in people's eyes because they learn something new about their family, about themselves, about their story, and they cannot wait to find out more. Through this work, Patty has offered us a deeper, richer understanding of the diverse roots and cultural heritage of Labradorians, and by sharing her techniques and trade secrets, enabled future generations to continue the work. In short, Patty Way is a magnificent, generous, and deeply beloved enabler. As one of her nominators puts it, she has given back more to the community than most of us ever will. Chancellor, it is my great honor to present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Patricia Way.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
The university orator, Dr. Ken Jacobson, introduced Dr. Patricia Way to convocation. Patricia Patty Way was born in Labrador and has been a significant educator and historian for more than 50 years, establishing the groundwork for comprehensive genealogies for many in southern, central, and northern Labrador. Her early education began in Happy Valley Goose Bay. She graduated from Yale School in Northwest River in the residential school system. Post-secondary education was begun in 1965 at Memorial University, where she later received a Bachelor of Education and a Bachelor of Arts. She also completed a certificate in Newfoundland Studies. Her personal life goal has been to uncover and better understand the backgrounds and the history of the people of Labrador. The Labrador family histories are now a significant body of work and are still being compiled. Building on existing knowledge and oral traditions, Ms. Way interviewed hundreds of elders and knowledge holders, pored over archival records, and used any available means to piece together stories previously unknown.
Dr. Way, I'd like to call on you now to address convocation.
Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Regents, Honorable Minister, President, Your Worship, Honorable Chief, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Senate and faculty, members of the graduating class, and distinguished guests. Good morning. May I first congratulate those who are graduating today. I know how much this means to you and to your families. I also know how much you mean to this university and to this province. We need successful graduates, far more than any commodity that could be named. The work ethic that has brought you this far will stand you in good stead as you move towards your next phase of life, and I wish you all well. 57 years ago, I became a MUN student. Today, I receive an honor from my alma mater that is both humbling and unexpected. This was Memorial's Western campus when I first knew it, so to be here at today's large and beautiful campus, Grenfell Campus, in this beautiful city of Corner Brook, was a long and winding road. I am here because of a goal or a dream, I guess a goal that I set for myself as a child of infinite curiosity. Growing up in Labrador, I asked questions that my elders could not answer. When many families moved for work from all over Labrador into Happy Valley, where I began my schooling, my grandmother often commented on how those new children were some cousin of mine. When I questioned how, she responded by saying, "No one knows now, my dear. It is too long ago." This did not satisfy me, and so I resolved to someday find the answers myself, not grasping the scope of that plan. Labrador of 250 years ago when settlement was first beginning, would see the Inuit and the Innu leading separate nomadic lives. The Moravian missionaries arrived, and for the first 100 years were the sole recorders of the Inuit, totally in German. The Innu were Roman Catholic and dealt with priests, traveling priests at times, through Sept-Îles and Quebec en français. When the earliest European settlers and traders arrived, inevitably there would be marriage with the indigenous women, and thus arose a population of Labradorians, or settlers. However, the recording of the details of this new population was very sporadic. These settlers did not form larger population bases that could have supported a church or a school because of survival. Being able to harvest what was needed from the land through the cold, harsh winters meant that everyone must spread out over the huge geography that is Labrador, and they did. I descended from several of these settler families and began my quest by working with them. You begin with what you know or can more easily investigate. I would like to thank my large extended family for allowing me to hone my skills on them. Identity is so important. We cannot know where we are going if we do not know from whence we came. Heritage and culture are key to our values and who we are. Dr. George Seary published a book, The Place Names of Newfoundland and Labrador, in 1977. However, usage shortly after led to an awareness that our Labrador families were very underrepresented, if there at all. Reprinted editions of this most excellent reference now carry the changed name, Family Names of the Island of Newfoundland. While we are a blended province, we do not share exactly the same history. This confirmed the urgency I felt to continue to record us. Oral tradition among the Indigenous population was a key source, and many elders and knowledge keepers were interviewed through the years. Poverty was common in Labrador, so not all had gravestones, but those that existed proved invaluable. Many stand alone on windswept hills, but others were in consecrated graveyards. Those families who had family Bibles shared them willingly. The reality of the lack of Labrador's records and written history was shown by Church of England papers found about 10 years ago that reflected these gaps. A 2-day visit of Bishop Field in 1848 saw people arriving in boats, rowing from many miles away, and began by having 2 parents baptized on the first day, marrying these parents the next morning, and baptizing their children in the afternoon in order to fulfill the church's sacramental order. It turned out that the last minister passing in that area of Cartwright had been 23 years prior. But passing was what most ministers did as they sailed up the Labrador coast. The Newfoundland fishery increased, reaching a peak of 30,000 persons visiting Labrador every summer, with the resident 3,000 population. And marriages occurred there as well. If the man left, that track was easier to find since he kept his surname. If the woman sailed away, with the total lack of communication of those times, these women with new surnames were lost, until some family member brought her information back in very recent years. Imagine my joy when leading provincial genealogist Elsa Flack contacted me asking if I would like a list of marriages from the late 1850s found in Bay Roberts Parish. The passing minister, who had gone to Labrador to accompany his parishioners, had also joined some residents in marriage while there. Not knowing where to file that information, he had simply put it with his own. Labrador began to awaken politically and with a more strongly forged identity in the 1970s. A first Labradorian MHA, a flag, formation of the Labrador Inuit Association, now Nunatsiavut government, and the Innu Nation. Dr. Elizabeth Gowdy, who lived 3 doors down, wrote her autobiography, Woman of Labrador, a first book published by a Labradorian, and for that achievement was awarded our first honorary degree as well, here in Corner Brook. During this period came the first edition of Them Days with Dr. Doris Saunders, intended to save the stories of the people before they were lost. Originally envisioned as one booklet, it is a quarterly magazine currently working on its 182nd edition. There were many more stories and histories than one could have imagined, with no end in sight. All this strengthened and my ability, I guess, to work on the family genealogies on a wider scale. Time was at a premium with teaching as a career, but summers would see the family tree box gingerly being landed ashore from the boat by my commercial fisherman husband, with the sea having in. Eva Luther, a colleague in research, once knit him a lovely pair of woolen mitts. When I wondered why, she said it was because he didn't drop that box into the water. Over time, technologies and methodologies have changed. I have adapted and come to know and understand much. And one truth is that we do very little in this world by ourselves. We get by with a little help from our friends. And I'm sure that John and Paul of the Beatles would have included family in that group. I have appreciated the support of my immediate family, in particular my mother, my daughters, and my grandchildren over time, and I am so happy to share this day with those who could be here. I have had career colleagues, thank you Joyce and Kim, and research colleagues. All have added to the rich fabric of life. My Labrador students grew to be lifelong friends, and some worked on projects in social studies class that added to the material. Thanks must go to Dr. Hans Rollman for his many German translations, and to Dr. Lisa Rankin for initially making it possible to research further afield in the Winnipeg Hudson's Bay Company archives, which were a Labrador treasure trove. I have appreciated working over the years with the Nunatuavut Community Council and more recently with Nunatsiavut government in community partnerships with Memorial. It has been rewarding to have this pursuit in my life, and I would suggest to you, the graduates, as you forge ahead in your lives, find something that is your passion, whether it's in your work or otherwise. In these changing and uncertain times, it is a most valuable gift to be able to focus on something that brings joy to your life. I have much of my work completed now, but not all. It came as a shock to me as time passed, that though much was done, there is still more to do. Time really, really does fly. Use it wisely. I would be remiss if I did not close my thoughts here today with a thank you to a teacher and a mentor that made a difference. Dr. William Rumpke pointed me towards university, Memorial University, which was not in my plans. It was the right decision. I'm proud to be an alumna, proud of my lifelong learning, and can only wish the same for you graduates. Humbly, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Way, for your words to us today. Very helpful going forward, but also helpful in reflecting back on. So we have come to the end of this part of your graduation celebration. I'm sure there's a few other things planned as well. And one thing, you know, Dr. Ray was just acknowledging those who helped her. And I think we are probably surrounded by a lot of people who love you and who have helped you since they held you in their arms. I'm going to ask you, I don't know if we can see here that from where I am, it's all lights this way, but I would just like you to stand and applaud and say a huge thank you to your folks who've helped you come to this moment. We will be formally closing our convocation this morning with the singing of all 4 verses of the Ode to New. Oh, we usually sing all 4 verses in Corner Book, but I noticed that your book. Oh yes, they are all there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I had the wrong page. So, all 4 verses of the Ode to Newfoundland, a wonderful ode, and environmentally appropriate because it talks about the winter and the wind and the summer spreading her hands, but there's no mention of spring. So we'll make our own spring. And again, thanks to our musicians over here, and let us join them in singing these 4 odes. And I would ask you, 4 verses, I would ask you if you would stay in place while the procession, the convocation procession leaves the hall. It's been wonderful to have this time with you this morning and the opportunity to enjoy your success.
When sun rays crown thy pine-clad hills, and summer spreads her hand, when silvern voices tune thy rills, we love thee, smiling land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, smiling land. When spreads thy cloak of shimmering white at winter's stern command, through shortened day and starlit night, we love thee, frozen land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, frozen land. When blinding storm doth fret thy shore, and wild waves lash thy strand, through spindrift swirl and tempest roar, we love thee, windswept land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, windswept land. As loved our fathers, so we love, where once they stood we stand. Their prayer we raise to heaven above, God guard
of the doctoral gowns seen here on stage are not from Memorial, but are representative of the different universities from which faculty members and administrators obtained their degrees. Typically, American University doctoral gowns feature velvet facings and 3 horizontal stripes on each sleeve in the color of the respective university.
Memorial's academic dress is modeled on the University of Oxford gown, which was originally worn as clerical dress. Those graduates receiving bachelor's and master's degrees wear plain black gowns similar in design to the scholar's gown of the University of Oxford. The hats worn by these individuals are black mortarboards with black tassels.
Hoods for the bachelor's and master's degree are edged with velvet, the color of their particular degree. For instance, art degree hoods are edged with white velvet, science are edged with gold, engineering are edged with orange, commerce are edged with drab, and so forth. These hoods are lined with claret and white, the university's official colors. The bachelor's hoods are distinguished by the white fur edging the hood, while the master's hoods are completely edged in velvet.
Students receiving their doctoral degrees from Memorial wear the scarlet and claret gown together with the black doctor's bonnet, which is modeled on the Oxford doctor's bonnet. The hood is of claret-colored cloth lined with claret and white silk.
Honorary graduates are distinguished from graduating doctoral students by their scarlet gowns. A recent addition to Memorial's academic dress is the university hood, which is worn at ceremonies by Memorial representatives who do not own academic dress of their alma maters. Following Memorial's traditions, the university hood is made of black cloth that is lined and edged with claret and white silk.